In this video, we're going to be using the Marion Lindholm Shaving Supplies Lemon Lime Soap and the Geneva Cutlery Razor with a brand new Suhiro 20K Edge. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be using the Marion Lindholm Shaving Supplies Lemon Lime Soap, and this was sent as a gift to me by Maddie for my birthday. So thank you so much, Maddie. And Marion the Barbarian was the one who actually shipped it. Beautiful lemon lime scent. You know me, I like lemon, I like lime. And when you combine the two, it is wonderful. I'd call the scent strength right around medium on this soap. Simple ingredients. It is soy wax, coconut oil, shea butter, water, and essential oils. Really, really nice, and I really like it. And now they come in these tubs, and there you see the Swedish flag. So today we're traveling to Sweden, and if you're interested in these, contact Marion the Barbarian. I will link his email below. And I've really enjoyed using these soaps because Maddie is just such a wonderful guy. So when I'm using it, it makes me happy to use it. I actually don't know how much these tubs cost, so just reach out to Marion if you're interested here in North America. Okay, the razor today is the Geneva Cutlery, which I've honed several times. And this time I put a Suhiro 20K edge on it. I started with the Chosera 1K, then I went to the Nanois 3K, Shapton 5K, 6K, 8K, and then all the way up to the 20. I know that's quite a jump. It may or may not work. We shall see. We'll hope we did a good job with it today. So let's go ahead and wet the face. Standard 24 hours of growth today. And in the bottle here, just plain water. Nothing exotic, no chupacabra oils or dragon tallows or anything like that. And I think we've got a pretty good lather today in our Captain's Choice bowl. And this is the APShaveco. I think the handle is called Disco with cashmere knot. I think this one is a fan, if I'm not mistaken. And I really enjoy using these soaps from Maddie. He's such a great guy. I'll link his channel below, from Sweden. Just wonderfully kind person. Makes great videos, always sending good vibes to everybody. He is the type of guy that you just really enjoy supporting, and when you use his stuff, it sort of brings a smile to your face. He has helped me with straight razor technique quite a bit, and giving me tips here and there, and just overall is a very, very wonderful guy. Maddie Lindholm, and I'll link his channel below. Give him a sub if you like, or at least I hope you would, because he really is one of those guys that he only gives positivity all the time. Never complaining, never really airing gripes or grievances, just positivity all the time. And so thank you, Maddie. You really appreciate it. And no problems there with the lather. Let's set that aside and rinse this part of the neck a little bit. I don't need to shave clear down to my collarbone. Let's get that cut back a little bit. All right, and we hope we did a good job today on the edge. I make no guarantees because I'm a novice honer, but we hope we did a good job, and we shall see. I'm just drying my hands off here because certainly you want a dry edge. I do have a standby razor in case this is rough or, not to my liking, but let us hope. Oh, that feels pretty good so far. For me, the neck always is the test because it's my most sensitive area. But that cutting there, initially, that is feeling very nice so far. So we the other day we took Mike Schultz, his 12K edge, and took it to the Suhiro 20K, and it was fantastic. And this is feeling pretty good too. And I'm going to tell you what, I have struggled really with this particular blade mightily. So if this edge feels like I think it's feeling, I'm going to be really happy. And I'm going to be very, very happy with the investment in that Suhiro. And also, quite frankly, following the advice of many of the honing guys out there, the Stallion, Michael Schultz, and everybody else who's given me advice honing, Frank Misa. You take a little bit of what they say, a little bit from each guy, and just sort of apply those techniques, and I tell you what, so far I'm very happy with this edge because this was the only razor I've ever really put a bad edge that I stopped with. And then I put a decent edge on it, I put a bad edge on it, and then I put another decent edge that I was fairly happy with. But this one feels a lot better. So hopefully we'll continue to feel this way throughout. It feels sharp and smooth. I'm sorry for being a little quiet there. I'm just sort of trying to gauge the edge, but that is feeling pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. And it's always a joy, you know, for the people who aren't honing. Maybe you don't understand it, but when you do it yourself and you make an improvement and you spend the time on it, it's very rewarding. And that's why those of us who are learning to hone, when we get an edge that just feels right and it's cutting the way we like it to, we're always smiling and carrying on, and just you get really a lot of joy out of it, I think. And that's why I think honing really, for me, just takes the hobby up another notch. It sort of gives you something else to shoot for and a personal challenge. And boy, this edge is, it is pretty good. I am really happy with it. And, you know, it's one of those things where I don't know if I can attribute a lot of it to that Suhiro 20K or just the fact that I'm following some different techniques on the way up. But this one feels right. It's not quite as good as the edge that I used the other day where I just used Mike Schultz's 12K and then sort of did some post finishing on it, but it is good. It is probably the second best edge I've ever had anything to do with, next to that one that I just used the other day. So for me, this is a big win because I've struggled with this razor. It really makes me happy. And I know those of you who don't hone, or maybe you're not even a straight razor shaver, maybe it doesn't mean that much to you, and I understand it, but I tell you, when you get it right, it just, it makes you happy. And you're like, okay, now I think the happiness comes from the fact that maybe you just, you see the light bulb coming on, you're like, okay, I see, I can do this, you know? And it's not rocket science, but it does require some finesse and a lot of practice. And so, I'm very, very happy with this. And I'm very, very happy with this soap too. It's just an easygoing soap. And, you know, as I've been saying, I've been using a lot of products from all over the world this year, 2021, almost back-to-back artisanal soap, you know, soap from abroad. And for me, and I'm only speaking for me, I don't find myself noticing a significant difference in the overall quality of my shaves. I have not noticed any difference at all, just for my skin, my use case. The shaves are going great. My face is feeling great afterwards, just like it always does. And so I think it's been a good experiment for me to use a lot of these soaps from all over the world and sort of compare our American artisanal offerings to them. You can hear that feedback there. Really cutting nicely. So I tell you what, I'm certainly not disappointed. I'm not getting any roughness with this blade, which is, when I had a bad edge on it, it just felt rough, like it just wasn't cutting well. But I'm not getting that with this. It's not quite where the edge was the other day, but considering that I've had so much trouble with this particular blade, I'm quite happy with it. You can hear that. At least I hope you can. Feedback. And sometimes we just kind of get lost in the shave. The edge is working well for you, and everything just feels nice. It's falling into place as it should be. Whew, that's nice. Very, very nice. I'm very, very pleased with this edge, and I can't wait to try Dave Card's edge, because Dave did send me a gold dollar that he honed. He sent me some blades. Geez, I'm forgetting the name of the blade. What are the blades that we all love so much for the Wex? I'm forgetting the name of the blades now, but they're kind of expensive and hard to come by, and he sent me some of those blades as well. So thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it. Yeah, this edge is not bad at all. It is not going to be the best edge that I'll ever produce because I'm going to keep working at it, but I tell you what, I'm happy with it. And on this particular blade, it's the best edge that I produced. And at least I have confidence now knowing that that Suhiro 20K, it's an expensive stone. And it's not a complete bust for me. And I think that was the concern is, am I going to like this stone, you know, at its cost? And the answer is, based on so far, yes. It's a fast cutting stone. I did maybe 25 strokes on it. X strokes, light. And the blade feels good. So I am certainly happy with that. And I'm sorry to turn this video into honing talk, but I mean, that's really what we're doing, testing these edges. And so the Suhiro, hold on just a second. All right, and we're back, and there's some kind of alarm going off there that I had to turn off. Sorry about that. I usually don't have anything like that happen. But again, I'm applying moisture to the face and relathering for a final pass. Really, really happy about that today. Nice job. And I tell you what, it's been a nice weekend. I really enjoyed honing that razor. I look forward to honing some more. And the goal for me with honing is to get a consistent edge every single time. That's what I want to do. When I bring a razor in here that I've honed, I want to know that when I shave with it, it's going to be the type of edge that I appreciate. And so that's the goal, is just to have consistent edges. And I'm not really interested in, you know, like I said, honing for other people as a service or anything like that. I only took on honing because I wanted to not have to send my blades out to other people. But the good thing is, I found it enjoyable, and so I do like doing it. So that's very, very cool. And thank you again, everyone, for the tips, and especially Mike Schultz, who I've talked to most recently, and I'm sort of using what he recommended for me to do, which is essentially on most of the lower grit stones is to do maybe 30 or so sort of X strokes, and maybe some half strokes if you like, with what he calls moderate pressure, meaning not heavy. I think he describes moderate pressure as sort of the amount of pressure it would take to erase a pencil mark with an eraser. And then following those 30 up with like 20, 25 super, super light X strokes. And that has really paid dividends for me. And as you go up, sort of removing the half strokes and not doing them at all, and some of the, you know, higher grit stones, and just doing those light X strokes. And again, as I said before, it is really working out well for me. The edge is just feeling a lot better. So, you know, if it works, it works. And I'll continue plugging away and learning. But I couldn't have done this without folks like the Stallion, who got me started and, you know, really laid out the basics and what you're looking for, and so many people actually. So thanks everybody. I really appreciate all your assistance. But I found that I really, really liked Mike's edges. Like when I got the Nanois 12K, and it was just a regular old Nanois 12K edge, and it was absolute for me, close to perfection. I said, I got to get on the phone with this guy and find out what's going on. And then I also tried a J-Nat of his, and I was like, that's what I want. That's the sharpness I want. That's the clean, crisp. I got to figure out what's going on. And he's been very good to help me. So thank you, Mike, once again. Really appreciate it. All right. Yeah, I don't have any buyer's remorse, at least on the Suhiro stone. And that was always a concern when you buy a stone that's pretty costly. You want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth. And what I'm going to do is take the advice the Italian has been giving, which is just stick with that stone. Just keep finishing on that stone until you learn it. And so I'm going to keep finishing on this Suhiro until I'm producing a very, very consistent result each time. And then maybe after that, we'll go back and start working on the J-Nats again, or J-Nat rather, and try to get to the point where I'm producing a very consistent result with it. And then also, of course, we have Codical Arkansas. You know, we have options, but I think the Stallion's giving some really sound advice when he's saying, you know, sort of pick a stone and stick with it early on and learn it. And I will do that. Given that I'm getting very good results with the Suhiro, I'm going to stick with that stone for a while. I'll just keep plugging and making fine little changes and see how the blades respond. But one thing is for sure, I don't think you need to make a lot of strokes on that stone because it's a fast cutter. Very nice. I didn't speak much about the soap. I apologize, but as you can see, it did an excellent result. This was really nice. This was one of my probably favorite shaves for a long time, and I look forward to trying your edge, Dave. I know you're watching. Thanks for everything, Dave, and your tips with technique, and Maddie and Frank and just everybody. I'm thankful today. It really, all the help that you receive from people, at least for me, it just means a lot, and I'm thankful today. So let me rinse my face. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse. We followed that with the alum. This is PAA alum block with dry dock. Just a slight bit of stinging, but no real roughness in that edge, so not much, just a few little spots. And we followed that with a cold rinse, and then of course our Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber Magic, because it's made by witches, of course. And boy, what a really enjoyable shave today. Getting this edge, which has given me some trouble, right, has been a very positive experience, and I'm really happy. Using the Maddie Lindholm Shaving Supplies Lemon Lime was also a very positive experience that made me happy. So thank you again, Maddie and Marion, for this. It really does mean a lot. And that is not lip service. I just truly mean it. I truly appreciate it. The brush we used today was the APShaveco. I don't know if you can see that coin or not. This is their handcrafted series with cashmere knot. And you can see there's some nice good stuff, good lather in that. Captain's Choice bowl, of course, and overall it was just really wonderful today. We're going to close out with Maddie's Hega, and sometimes he calls it toxic waste because of that green color. And boy, I tell you what, it may not have been the greatest video in terms of what I've had to say, but enjoyment level is up, and that's the key for me. My number one priority is always enjoyment and just having a great time. And today I have done that, and I hope you have enjoyed it as well. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.